Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this. I have the wonderful Mauria Dillard with us today. She's an amazing inspiration to me and many, many others in the profession. And so she was definitely one that I wanted to reach out and jump on this women's leadership series that I've been doing. I mean, when you listen to her story, it's just coming from where she came from to where she is now. Like, that's one of those things you see in movies. And Maria, if you want to touch on just a little bit where you were before network marketing and then how this product was introduced to you.
Absolutely. Well, gosh, I mean, I could kind of like talk for hours of all the things of life before network marketing, but no. So basically, I was working full time as a speech pathologist. That was what my career was in. And everything was based around helping people improve their quality of life. Mom of four kids, and really just kind of found myself in a place of there's got to be something better. There's got to be something more. Had definitely found myself in a mom funk of all mom funks. And my kiddos were like I said, four kiddos. So my twins were only three when I found this. And then my son was in elementary school. My daughter was in junior high. So kids spread out of all ages. And again, finding myself in that place of, okay, I've got to do something for me. We were stuck physically. I was stuck physically. I was stuck financially. And that affected everything about our family. So when this came into our lives, oh my goodness, everything changed.
Yeah. And it's not even like you were looking for a business, right?
No, I was not looking for a business opportunity at all. I was really just desperate to feel better. Like I wanted this for me. And just to give you guys a little bit of a background as to how I actually said yes to this amazing product is I have a friend that is a nurse that had reached out to me over and over. She had watched me go from two kids to four kids overnight. She had watched me working like crazy. I kind of say like a chicken with my head cut off. I mean, literally, it was utter chaos all the time. Just trying to get by, right, and get all the things done that I had to do. And I think once she felt amazing, she realized all the people in her life that needed it. And I'm pretty sure, Michelle, I was probably at the top of her list. She was feeling amazing. She was already helping out a lot of other people. They were feeling amazing. And it's just, she was reaching out to me, but I was so skeptical for so long. I was super intrigued by wearable nutrition, obviously. Well, for obvious reasons. I mean, transdermal means have been used in medicine for years. So the fact that it was being used from a nutritional standpoint certainly caught my attention. So when I made that decision that I had to do something, she's who I reached out to. And I'm so grateful that I did because Thrive has proven to be so simple, so effective. It's absolutely changed our lives. I start my day out the exact same way that I did 7 years ago. And I mean, we're creating stories daily, but my personal story and the story within my own family continues to grow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not one of those things like it's only affecting you. Any of the stuff that you do with this business, it's like you've said before, you're building a legacy. And honestly, I never thought of it like that. I was desperate to get out of the situation I was in. I also did not look for the business though. I just wanted to lose weight.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could even do the business, much less make money and grow and things like that. And it's like when this started, I knew I wanted to make a better life for my son. And that's nice, but I never thought about his kids and their kids and their kids. And as you've said before, this is a legacy building company, right?
That will affect generations to come, which is absolutely incredible in itself.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk a little bit about both of us not coming into this, thinking of a business. It very quickly became a no-brainer, I think, for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was like, I can't keep my mouth shut about this. But then also that little entrepreneurial spirit that I had in me that I'd never really truly allowed myself to truly pursue was saying, Mauria, like this is going to go somewhere with or without you. And that was strictly based on what I was feeling myself,
Yeah.
what I had personally experienced with this product. And I love that you've got the banner, kind of floating around of, it's hard to describe. It's definitely something that has to be experienced. But once you do, that is when the wheels can really start spinning as to, oh my goodness, like if this can do this for me, what can it do for all these people around me that, you know and love and care about. And so, and really, and then the company came along and made it just so easy that it was a no-brainer. About what day did you say yes to becoming a promoter? How long did it take you? Did it take you a while? Look at you laughing.
Well, here's the funniness of that. My friend Lori that brought me in, she saw it before I did. And she knew that even $20 a week would have been like massive to me. Right. And so she's like, I'm going to make you a promoter because you're going to do amazing with this. And I know $20 a week would help you. Right. And I was over here like, oh my God, yeah, that would be amazing, but I can't do it. So I really didn't feel I could, but I did everything she told me to do. And then the leaders that she introduced me to, even if I didn't believe it worked. Right. Like post a picture, share what it's doing. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Roll my eyes. And then it worked. And I was like, okay. So that's actually something I want you to touch on. When you have a person that comes in, they're just starting in this business. They've never done anything like this before. They're not quite sure what to do. What would you suggest to them to help set them up for success?
I really try to talk them through, well, what is it that you are noticing? Because at the end of the day, you don't have to know anything other than your own personal story. So for that first person, a brand new person coming in that maybe is not even experienced Thrive yet, but that's just excited about getting their health back on track, excited to begin an 8-week experience. And maybe they decide to click the promoter button versus the customer button because they're like, well, heck, it costs the same either way. I want to be eligible for commissions and bonuses. Then I would walk them through, okay, so why are you excited about this? So their story right out of the gate is that they're excited for what they've got coming in the mail, and they're looking for people to start that experience with them, right? And then if it's someone that's been thriving for a few days, what are they noticing? Okay, so this is your story now. This is what we're going to get out there. This is what you're going to share with your friends and family. As they're asking questions, connect them to me. I can help walk them through. I can share my story. My story's over 7 years old. So, I have more of a longer story than you do, but it's not more of a story per se.
Right.
See, that's what's so special about this, is that you really can just share what you know. And that's what I always tell people. I'm like, quit worrying about all the other things. Just focus on what you know, because at the end of the day, no one else can negate that either, and it's just, this is what you're excited about. This is what you've personally experienced. This is what you're doing. You're inviting people to, go along for the ride with you, but this is what you're doing. And I think that there's something to be said about the contagious energy in that as well. Just because people, I think, are attracted to people that are excited about what they're doing and are excited, to share what they've personally experienced. And why wouldn't we be like, well, of course I want that. I want that. And I think obviously we've seen it takes that person being in that place of, I'm ready for change. For me right now, my biggest, I guess, drive in this is that, I don't, if there is a mom around me that is stuck, that is tired, that is worn out, like, I want to say, no, you do not have to be that way. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be tired every day. You can enjoy this stage of life with your kids. You don't have to be stuck financially. There is a way to make money from your phone. And why am I so passionate about that? Because that was our own personal story, and it absolutely changed our lives by going into this. With me trusting a friend, experiencing what Thrive was all about, turning around and teach and saying yes to this opportunity, and then sharing it with others, turning around and teaching other people to do the exact same thing. Of course, we know that we have something super special that we can share with other people that can literally start just a ripple effect of them just creating the life that they want for their family. I think that ultimately that's what we're doing here, is you're creating the life that you want. And our company tagline is actually living the life that you deserve. And man, they're passionate about that. And while we all have different stories, because we all define the life that we want in different ways, but that's the beauty of it. And I think that that's too, Michelle, why you and I have fallen in love with just this business opportunity as we've watched people that have joined us and trusted, have watched their lives transform as well.
Yeah, actually, me and several of my team went to Cabo, our latest lifestyle getaway, which with our company, you can earn, we do 3 lifestyle getaways each year, and you don't have to be at the top of the company to earn it, plus you get to bring a guest for free. And this was all inclusive. And I think there were 6 of us total that went, and maybe 8. And it was interesting because I had a best friend of mine that she doesn't necessarily, she loves the product, but she does other things, you know, but she loves going on these getaways with me. And she's like my best friend. So I'm like, okay, come on, you know, and for her, riding a camel on the beach was, oh my God. Like you would think she was a toddler seeing Legos for the first time.
Bucket list, dream come
Yes,
true.
like the grin on her face, right? And then I had another team member from Oklahoma that she's been with us since the beginning of this. She's had her ups and downs and she's earned these herself, but this time she didn't. And my sponsor, Lori, invited her as a guest. So she got to come with us anyway. And she got to drive a boat and the look of joy on her face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it wasn't necessarily, yay, I'm in Cabo, which, yay, I was in Cabo.
Well, yeah.
Me, who's never been on vacation in my life until this company, but it was seeing them. And then one of our promoters, this was the first one she'd ever been to, right? So she was able to experience all that. Yes. And it was like, Lori and I were talking, it was like watching this, you know, that's what these getaways, we get out of these getaways is watching our team experience this stuff. Because these getaways are not just about good for you, pat on the back. It's also to show you what you really could do with your life. Like it's literally a lifestyle getaway. This could be your lifestyle and getting a taste of that. And I don't know about you, Mauria, but before this company, like I said, I had never been on any vacations at all. We couldn't afford it. And I've been on more vacations with the company and with my son, me paying myself in the past 5 years than my entire life. Yet I've never taken a day off.
Yeah.
Because you can work from anywhere.
Yes.
Like Lori literally had her phone out answering a message on the back of a camel.
Aren't there like some kind of safety? Isn't that a safety violation when you're on the camel?
Well, the camels they were leading us. So you literally just sat up there and the camels.
I love it. I know. That's so fun. That's so
But
fun.
yeah, she wasn't supposed to have her phone, but if you ever met Lori, you understand why she did.
These dang thrivers always do have their phones on.
I know.
But you know what? That is the beauty of it. And that's something that we all have fallen in love with is just the ability, you know, for so many of us, it's given us that time freedom. You know, as far as my own personal story, I was never able to be with my babies when they were home or when they were little. But I have been a full-time stay-at-home mom for the last 7 years. And I kind of say I don't necessarily work from home. I work from anywhere because when you have 4 kids of all different ages and they're athletes and they have all the things going on, I don't just this is my office, but I typically all the work isn't done in my office. It's done from anywhere. And, you know, the only way I made money before as a speech pathologist was if I was away from my family. And now to be able to earn an income, earn a living, doing what I love and, you know, while being with my family is huge. And again, that's why, you know, I'm so passionate in saying it's the best gig ever. And I know that not everyone is like, oh, you know, a lot of people around here and they're like, no, I've found my calling. I love my job. You know, I'm so happy in my career. But if anything involved in your calling involves helping other people live a life they deserve, then this can be something for you as well. You know, you don't have to quit your job to do this.
Right.
We have a lot of people that are very happy in their careers, and this is their plan B or their side gig. We have a lot of people that actually make more money with this than they do in their full-time careers, but they continue with their full-time careers. And we have a lot of people that we saw over the last 18 months that this was their plan B, that it became their plan A just because of the current state of our world, right? So I think all of us would admit and agree that, you know, to have a business that you can work from your phone, from anywhere, that pays you, especially on a weekly basis, that creates residual income for you, is beautiful. And especially when it's all wrapped around helping people improve their quality of life. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah. And, you know, as moms, I know there's a lot of moms that can relate to this, you know, when you have to work and you have to put your kids in daycare. So like my son had to go to daycare at 8 weeks. Right. And he spent more time at daycare than he spent with me. And I've always hated that. And I made the decision after a couple of years with this company to go full time with this company and leave what I was doing so I could be home and have more time with my son. And I remember the first day just being able to be at the end of the driveway when his bus dropped him off. like, oh my God, that was amazing. Right. And it was all because I never gave up. I kept going. I was consistent with this. And even though I saw people come in after me that advanced faster, I would get worried about that, but then I would reach up to my leadership, kind of touch on that about not comparing your journey with somebody else's, because the speed doesn't necessarily matter. There's no deadline to success.
No, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's all about you going after what it is that you want, you know, and everyone is going to get there in different stages or in different time frames. But I think that the key is what do you want? And then just get to work getting there, you know, make that decision. I love that you said decision. I mean, a decision, you know, I think that's one of the biggest things here is you've got to make a decision that you're going to change. You've got to make a decision that you're going to put your health first. You've got to make a decision that you're going to create a better future for your family. And then you just get to work doing that. And, you know, as long as you are enjoying what you're doing along the way, the timing doesn't really matter because you're making that progress towards where you want to be. And I think that, you know, that's where all the joy can be sucked out of it is if you're worried about someone else's race. It's kind of like your girls. You said, you know, one of them was perfectly happy, you know, being on, you know, not everybody wants the same thing that you want, and everyone has different. And you know what, the big thing that I've found with comparison when that gets in the mix is typically if you knew every single thing about that other person that you're comparing yourself with, you wouldn't trade places with them.
Right.
You know, but with social media, you can get a certain image, a certain picture, or a certain story that you create in your mind. But if you really knew all the ins and outs, you wouldn't trade places with them. So yeah,
you have to come from a place of gratitude for what is in your life.
Sure.
Even with everything that I went through in my life prior to all of this, you know, I wouldn't change any of it because it did lead me to where I am today. It helped me become a stronger woman, you know, and I'm able to use that experience to help others. So, you know, when you're looking at this and you look at somebody like Mauria or Cheyenne, who jumps to the top of this company in a blink of the eye, and then you're looking at yourself, and it took me 2.5 years. You know, if I had let that stop me, where would I be? Right. So again, the decision, it literally, anybody that's watching this, you get to decide what to do with this. You get to decide if you're going to make this a full-time career or a hobby. You get to decide if you're going to help people or just buy your own product, right? That's the beauty of our business. But if you do decide that you want to do this, and like right now we have these rank advance bonuses, right? That was a life-changing event for me. I earned an 80K rank advance bonus and at the same time a 40K rank repeat bonus within 2 days of each other. Like that was, and I was more excited about the 40K than the 80K because I earned it first. Like it was crazy, but you know, I didn't decide to go after those right away because I had it in my mind. I couldn't. So I didn't even try. And it was the last month actually of our thing that I was like, wait a minute, I can do this. And the minute I decided, you all, it happened.
You decide. Exactly.
Yes.
That is how it works. That's how it works. I mean, anyone that's ever achieved any level of success will tell you that the first step in getting there is to make the decision and figure everything else out along the way. You just start moving towards it. You just start taking action. You can't just sit. You've got to start taking action.
Right. And one of those action steps involves using your team. You know, we have a team of leaders above us for a reason. You know, I mean, yes, Mauria benefits from my volume, but she also benefits from having a strong team beneath her, right? And we're able to utilize the people above us. So when you have somebody, it doesn't matter whether they're brand new in this company or they've been here for a year. If they've decided, okay, I'm going to do this, what would you say is your top suggestion for them, Mauria?
You just got to go all in. I mean, you've got to eliminate every single excuse, and you really do have to see yourself. You know, where do you want to be? What do you want out of life? You know, for me, I was so hungry not to be stuck anymore. I wanted options. I wanted options, like no more being stuck physically, no more being stuck financially. I wanted options. So you got to figure out what it is that you want. What do you want this vehicle to create for you? And then you just got to go with everything that you've got. And I think that confidence has to come in with, I'm going to make this happen regardless. Oh, wait, there's a $40,000 bonus on the table for me. Okay, I will achieve that. And you have to truly see yourself achieving that. And then you have to take action to go make that happen. And, again, it's going all in with what we have. I say that because we have so many resources. We have such an incredible group. We have so many incredible leaders. We have such a great culture. We have a company that does things for us nonstop, continuously. We've got a product that continues just to actually, we just launched a new product that I think is actually going to be game changing. We haven't had mail in Texas in like over a week.
Oh my gosh.
Like it may not have been that long. Don't quote me, but I feel like it's been days since we've gotten mail here. And anyway, so I can't wait, but we're already getting so much feedback. And so, it's just, they continue to put out better and better and better. So again, it's just making that decision, here's what I want. Here's what this is going to be possible for our family.
Yeah. Yeah. That product, you guys, it's called Biotic, and it's pre and probiotics. And I actually got mine 3 days ago.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Even in Florida, our mail is slow. It took 8 days to get here. Right. But I started it a couple of days ago, and I've already noticed a little bit of a difference. And I know the longer you go, the better it's going to be, but it's a product you take at night. And if you take balance as well with it, it's going to be great. I mean, it's going to help so much because it attacks the flora in our gut, I think is what Jason says, which is something that kind of hinders weight loss and feeling good. And I mean, even the mood, you guys, when you start thriving, that your mood is one of those things I did not expect, So last question for you, Mauria, before we hop off of here, because I know you're a super busy lady. So you've got people, they're growing their team. They have this new promoter that comes on board, and they want that new promoter to learn about the VIPs and to figure out what to do in those first 14 days. So what would you say they need to do first with that new promoter?
Well, first, I'm going to send them my basic training call so that new promoter can get logged into their cloud office and set up their direct deposit. For me, I think that's the very first step is you've got to expect to get money in your bank account next week. So if you want money going into your bank account next week, then you better get your direct deposit set up, right? Yeah. But from there, we're going to start just making a list of everyone that we know that can benefit from this product, which is, I don't know why this eye is watering like crazy, but which is, everyone that is tired, exhausted, can't sleep at night, needs more energy throughout the day, deals with headaches or discomforts, or, has a lot of kids, has a big commute, maybe is homeschooling right now, it's all those things and then some. And I promise it's not just tired, exhausted moms that benefit from this. I know I always go the mom route because that's me. That's who I am. That's who I relate to the most. But it's the tired, exhausted moms and then all the people that love them. I always say that benefits from Thrive. But then, and from there, we've got to start reaching out and connecting. And I think it's so important too, though, that they understand what those circles, see, our cloud office is so amazing. Everything is like right there in front of you. Like you see the goal and you fill it out. And I think that's what's so big too, is for them to actually see that and go, okay, so I'm going to make this wheel, I'm going to fill in this wheel, this little circle all the way around. And that is my first bonus. And then, okay, then I have the opportunity to hit this bonus in my first 2 weeks. Who couldn't use an extra $1,000 in your bank account in 2 weeks? I mean, it's basically the lifeblood of our business. Obviously the product's the lifeblood of the business. And then that VIP bonus in your first 14 days is huge for everyone.
Yes. And then again, right now, you also have those rank advance bonuses. Our first rank is 4K. So that's $4,000. If you get the VIP 1600, which is our second bonus for new promoters, that's 1600 in volume right there.
Yeah.
You're almost there.
You're almost there. You're almost there. Go help those customers that you brought in, refer to friends and get it for free. Go help the promoter that you brought in, go VIP 800. Why couldn't they use an extra $500 in their bank account? Then let's help them go VIP 1600, get $1,000 in their bank account. You're at 4K. You've earned a $4,000 bonus. Right. It's crazy how quickly things duplicate here. It really is.
It is. And that's one of the best things about our business is there is duplication. Mm-hmm. You started it for us. You have this funnel that you created that worked, and it's Mauria does it and she's an 8-figure earner. Why wouldn't you do it? Why would you try to reinvent the wheel per se, So any of you that are listening, I would love for you to comment if you're a promoter in our company, what rank you're running for, so we can cheer you on in the future. There's not a single one of you out there that can do this. If I myself was able to do it, Mario was able to do it. There's nothing different from us and you that makes us super special other than we showed up every day. We're consistent and we love this product. We're passionate about sharing it. So, reach out to your leaders, ask for help, tell them, okay, I want to do this. I want that 12K bonus, which also comes with an auto bonus. I mean, this company gives us stuff they don't even have to do. They don't have to do these rank bonuses, but they do because they care as well. So Mauria, I appreciate you so much for being willing to jump on here. I know the team does, everybody that's been watching. Look, we have one here, Shyla, she's running for that 200K. I mean, that's a $200,000 bonus she could earn.
Crazy. I love it.
Right? So thank you so much, Mauria. Thank you, everybody who watched. Feel free to share this later. Say replay if you're watching it on the replay. And I do have more of these lined up all the way through mid-March. So just keep an eye on my timeline for events, and you're going to have more leaders that come to you and share their wisdom. So thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you.